When I was a little kid, I was taught that there's a place where we go once we're gone, and everyone I've ever lost would be there to live together forever. Except our dog. She wouldn't be there. Dogs don't go to heaven. No animal ever goes to heaven. They are different, the man said. The body is just a receptacle, a container, he explained. The soul is the very essence of a human being. A touch of divine infused in mortal flesh. It's the soul that lives on. But for animals it's different. They don't have a soul. Their bodies are empty shells. I can't remember how I felt, if I was heartbroken, if I was angry or confused, but I collected all of her pictures, put them in an album, and cherished it as my most prized possession. It was my bigger sister's idea, and it felt good. It felt warm. Time is a strange animal. Looking back, it's easy to see that clear line, marking a road that slowly but surely, inevitably unfolded, molding the kid I once was into, well, the man I am today. And even though I'm not that kid anymore, I can still remember how it felt to look at the future from the other side. How the inevitability of today used to look like the overwhelming uncertainty of infinite roads to choose from. And now, as I turn myself to look forward, past and present strangely collide because I see that same exact uncertainty unfolding ahead of me once more. Only this time I'm sure there's something more. I can't help but feeling that there is someone just behind the fog, smiling back at me, much the same way I smiled back at the little kid I used to be, the one who just lost his best friend. What is this life? Why do we think the way we think and feel the way we feel? I chased impossible questions for as long as I can remember. And it was curiosity, not courage, that gave me the confidence to choose my own path in life, without giving up to the fear of making the wrong choice. Well, curiosity and desperation. That kind of relentless desperation that just cannot stop asking why. But the more I chased those questions, the more I embraced the uncertainty as a companion, the more that feeling of being lived, of being dragged on, started to dissipate. And I understood that there's really nothing to fear. As long as you make your own choices, every road will inevitably lead you back to the person you're going to be. And I also discovered that being wrong is not the end of the world. Even though it might feel discouraging, it can also be a pretty exciting opportunity. Every mistake that you make is a chance to find something new that changes your mind, opens new perspectives, and uncovers strange, exotic roads to choose from. And between peaks and valleys, each new path led me to people so different from me and places so distant from what I called home. I saw the world through their eyes, and they saw it through mine. I listened, and I talked, and I learned, and I taught. And as we stared at each other's, I saw part of me now living within them, as I'm quite sure they saw part of them living within me. And for the first time in my life, I started to finally feel like myself, as if a missing piece finally dropped into place. From the moment we are born, we are the people that made us. We are the place where we grow up in. We speak the language of the people among us, behave the way we see them behave, reason the way we learn reasoning, love the way we see love. In a way, we are all sons of our time and our place, and there are no good people or bad people in this world. Only people who manage to break free, and people who don't. And that's all the measure of a man I'll ever want, or ever need. For the longest time, I used to think that end of life means end of everything. Until slowly but surely, as I walked my own path in life and became son of many people and many places, I started to realize that maybe, just maybe, the man was not so wrong after all. Receptacles, he said. Containers. Shells. Maybe it is true that there is nothing special about any of us, but we do become special. We become ourselves through the things we learn, the experiences we make, and the moments we share. And in that humble truth, I finally found my answer. As I look back again, I see that line opening up into a multitude of connections, reaching far beyond the beginning of my own life. I see people I've never met, gestures lost in time, faces forgotten, and places I've never been to. I see information bouncing off from one generation to the next, from one living being to the other, lingering for some time, changing, transforming, only to bounce off again, leading the next one onto a different path, ready to cross 1 billion others in a network that extends far beyond human or animal life. Whatever life might be, its very essence is passed on day after day, piece after piece, to the earthlings we meet and the places we change, through and beyond the confines of one place and one body. We are made of the essence of the time that came before us, and we will be part of those who will carry on in the future. And no one is ever really gone. I don't think I have or will ever have anything more precious than this simple realization to give. But for whatever it's worth, I want to give it back to all of you who reached out to extend your thoughts and empathy to the strangers on the other side of the screen and their tiny, fragile little friends. Thank you.